Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel here. This is Griever84 and I wanted to do a quick video this evening with the announcement today and information given about Pokemon Home. So as you can see here, I've got some information just to my side of the new pages that are up on Pokemon.com. All the information you're going to see here is taken officially from their website, except for a small snippet at the end. If you're looking at my tabs, you'll see a page from Cerebi. So those are my sources, but let's go ahead and dive into this because I don't want this to be too long of a video. So, this morning, the Pokemon Company came out and gave everybody a nice announcement saying that here's some more information about Pokemon Home. So, what we know as of now, we know that it was going to be compatible with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, with Pokemon Bank, Sword and Shield, and with Pokemon Go. They've elaborated on that and said everything that I just mentioned is going to be available on the launch in February of 2020, so next month. We still don't have a specific date. They said the Pokemon Go integration is going to be coming in the future, so after the launch date. Now, they don't give us a timetable for that, so for you Pokemon Go players that are watching this video, unfortunately you cannot trade your favorite Pokemon from the mobile version of the game into Pokemon Home and bring it into Sword and Shield yet. But that's okay. It will be coming. Now, things to note, as always. Once a Pokemon leaves either Pokemon Go or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee or Pokemon Bank, it is not able to be transferred back to any of those either games or platform services. So once it goes to Pokemon Home, that is its new residence. It can only be transferred into Sword and Shield after that, or back into Home if you need to use it for storage. So that is the overall gist of it. Let's get into some of the trading and other features that are going to be a part of this. So first off, you get the ability to have access to a Wonder Box. Now, the Wonder Box is basically just Wonder trading on the go. It'll be accessible via the mobile plan. You will have the ability to deposit, I believe, 3 Pokemon in the Wonder Box for the basic version of Pokemon Home. And then if you decide to do the paid or premium version, you will have up to 10 Pokemon. And then, of course, as you deposit them, they will randomly get traded away. You will gain new Pokemon that you can come in, open up, and receive to be traded into Pokemon Home. One of the more exciting features for myself, and I'm sure many of you watching this, is the return of the GTS. For those of you who may not be familiar with the service, the GTS was originally the main trading service. Online, you would deposit a Pokemon with specific criteria. They use the example of, Sableye and Chikorita here. You could say what level, what gender, what ability. Does it have a specific move? Now, unfortunately, in the old GTS, it was possible to ask for level 1 legendaries and things like that, which legitimately, most of the time, were not legally possible. I'm hoping they fix some of the things like that in this version of the GTS. They may not have, so it's things to be aware of moving into the future. But one of the niftiest things about this is, as you see right here, it says you'll even be able to request Pokemon that you have not yet registered in the Pokemon Home's National Pokedex. So as you can see here, Pokemon name, gender, level, what game it's from, a little note it looks like you can add in. And then, of course, you can see what people are offering and what they're looking for as well. There's also a new feature called the Room Trade. Room Trade is basically a area created by a person with a paid version of Pokemon Home. Up to 20 people can join the room, whether you are paid or not paid for the service. And you can trade with anybody that is within the room. Now, for some reason, the Pokemon Company and Game Freak decided that they wanted to add a little suspense to this, so you do not get to see what Pokemon you are trading for. It is a surprise trade, for lack of a better term. You'll figure out what you get when the trade is complete. Trading in rooms will have no cost, but as I mentioned, you'll only be able to create them if you're enrolled in the premium plan. Of course, now for the mobile feature of the Pokemon Home, you will be able to do friend trades. Now, anyone who is 16 years of age or older will have access to this feature, which is the friends list. So you will have the ability to make friends on the mobile version of the Pokemon Home app. And then just from your phone, you can sit there and swipe back and forth, pick a friend, offer up a Pokemon, make a trade, and never leave your couch. So there is that. Um, so yeah, those are the main four ways to trade Pokemon while using your mobile device via Pokemon Home. Now, for some of the more of the features available, of course, we have the return of the National Pokedex. We were actually speaking about this on my live stream today, where when Pokemon Home was first announced, I speculated that the National Dex would be coming back with the announcement of Pokemon Home. Now, I originally anticipated this would happen within Sword and Shield. Now, I was incorrect in that assumption, and the National Dex is isolated to the Pokemon Home environment. So you have your Pokedex in Sword and Shield that you have possibly completed by now. You will also now have a new National Dex with every Pokemon in it in Pokemon Home that you will now need to complete. One of the cool things is if you register a single Pokemon in there and it has multiple forms, they use Charizard for a perfect example here, you will register all forms at the same time. You do not need specifically to put each form in there, which is really nice. So you get access to Charizard, Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, Gigantamax Charizard, so on and so forth for all the other Pokemon out there. Now, if you have, I believe, this is specific to the mobile version. If you have the mobile version of the app, you can check the Pokemon's possible abilities. So they use Machamp here, Guts, No Garden, Steadfast. Level up moves, moves you can search, and abilities that you can search as well. Now, of course, mystery gifts have returned in Generation 8, and they're no different for Pokemon Home. It's just like it was in Bank. You could theoretically receive your online codes or gifts via Pokemon Home and then transfer them to your appropriate titles that you own. Let's see here. And then for the premium users, just like within the game, when you beat Leon in the Battle Tower for the first time, you will have access to the judge system. So you will be able to evaluate all your Pokemon and know where their IVs and potential lies within the mobile app and within the, I believe, should be on the Switch version as well. Another cool thing here that they've added in for more features is you will have your own personalized room. You'll be able to see information about the games that you've connected to Pokemon Home. You'll be able to edit your profile. They'll have stickers that you can earn via certain conditions or tasks that you will complete, known as challenges, which I'm assuming they will update with more challenges as, of course, the life cycle of Pokemon Home goes around. Now, in the mobile version, you will have access to battle data. This will come in the future of Pokemon Home. They specifically note here that it will become sometime after February 2020, so time for that data to basically be filtered into the software and then brought to all of us users. But you'll be able to see how online competitions are going and ranked battles in Sword and Shield, as well as the rankings of the Pokemon that are being used. You'll be able to see battle records of trainers, as well as what moves are popular among Pokemon in the competitions. Now, if they drill down far enough, I'm hoping we'll be able to see, like moves, natures, held items, what Pokemon are popular, who's winning with what teams. All of that information would be really awesome, and I actually look forward to that. Also, because it is a mobile device compatible application, I'm assuming we'll be able to receive push notifications on your mobile devices about news for Pokemon, online gifts, competitions, and events within Sword and Shield as well. For you longtime Pokemon veterans, you are very familiar with the Pokemiles from Pokemon Bank. They are back, now known as Home Points, which you can then transfer to Sword or Shield for battle points to use within the core series of the games. So, a quick breakdown here. For the Nintendo Switch version of the application, you'll be able to move Pokemon with from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, to and from Sword and Shield, and to and from Pokemon Bank. You will be able to judge Pokemon within the Switch version of the app, and you will be able to exchange home points for battle points within the application. For those of you who are on the mobile version of the app, you can move Pokemon to Pokemon Bank. You can judge Pokemon. You can trade with your Pokemon Home friends. You can receive mystery gifts, check battle data, and check news. And as I pointed out earlier, remember, some of these features are not available for users under the age of 16. And then finally here, the ultimate question, and what a lot of people are getting either upset about or excited for, is the paid version of Pokemon Home. Now, if you want to get a 30-day subscription, it's going to cost you $2.99 USD. 90 days or 3 months is $4.99 USD. And then 365 days or 12 months is going to be $15.99. Now, prices are subject to change. There is applicable sales tax that will be added onto that as well, depending on your area. So be aware of that. It might be a little bit more. Now, the big difference between the two versions of the plans is everyone will have access to the basic plan when the service launches. For those of you who stay on the basic plan, you will not be able to move Pokemon from Pokemon Bank over to Home. You will only be able to store 30 Pokemon. You will only be able to place 3 Pokemon in the Wonder Box at once and 1 Pokemon in the GTS at a time. You can participate in room trades, but you will not have access to the judge function. Now, if you decide to upgrade to the paid version, you will have the ability to move Pokemon from Pokemon Bank. You will have up to 6,000 slots to store Pokemon, which for somebody like me who's a collector, definitely going to be needed. You can place up to 10 Pokemon in the Wonder Box at once. You can have 3 Pokemon on the GTS at any given time. You'll be able to participate and host room trades, and you will have access to the judge function as well. Now, I've heard while I was streaming today a lot of people upset about the price here, and a lot of people are referencing this $15.99, specifically in the fact that in previous generations, Pokemon Bank in it of itself was $5. Now, I'm okay with this personally. I'm okay with the $15.99 for a year's worth of service, and here's why. The reason I'm okay with this is because unlike Pokemon Bank, which was solely a 3DS/2DS console application only, and that's all they had to develop it for, the Pokemon Home is integrating the Nintendo Switch and mobile devices on all carriers at the same time. So that alone, to me, means that they have to do extra work to prepare this service to be compatible across the board. Now, not all mobile devices are going to be supported, and they've specifically said that in disclaimers on the website here. I'm assuming the older your device, the less chance you have of being supported on it. So, but it's like that with any new application that comes out, so be aware of that, to those of you watching this video. But because of all of that extra work, it's to me, I see that $16.99, and that's basically, to me, I don't go out to eat one night a year, and I'm still okay with that. You guys are more than welcome to discuss it in the comments down below. I'll be chiming in, responding, elaborating on things as you guys comment on this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do see and read all the comments below. So last thing here, just to kind of wrap up, there is a list on Serebii.net of transfer-only Pokemon, and I'll scroll through this very slowly. A lot of you will see legendary Pokemon here and starters that are going to be available when Pokemon Home launches. And then, of course, the infamous Meltan and Melmetal, which will be really nice. Because I've personally been looking forward to getting a hold of one of those. But these are transfer only Pokemon. This is not a definitive list. It's still being updated, I believe, by Serebii. So this is day one. This was recorded day one of the announcement, and so this list might change. You'll definitely want to go to Serebii.net/Swordshield/transfer only to find the most updated list. But yeah, thank you guys for checking this video out. I hope you enjoyed all the information here. Like I said, if you have any questions in the comments down below. One last thing I want to add here is I did see at one point this morning, and I haven't been able to 100% confirm it yet, so somebody might be able to elaborate in the comments, that Nintendo was possibly going to allow a month cushion of use for Pokemon Bank, so that way people didn't have to pay for the year-long service in order to transfer those Pokemon to Pokemon Home for those of you that buy the paid service. So if any of you guys see news about that, definitely drop in the comments below. I'll be looking for that information. But thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves. And as always, GG, my Guardians.